Hello and welcome back. What a time for this conversation. We are faced in an era where we need to take multiple precautions in order to prevent the spread of any disease or illness. Unfortunately, COVID is so new that scientists are still learning more and more about the disease each and every day. We are again taking part in the topic of health, and this is our second of 5 weeks. This week, we will talk about some familiar preventative measures, such as hand washing and cleaning, as well as maybe some not so familiar measures that you may not be aware of. You will soon come to realize the difference between cleaning, sanitizing, and disinfecting, and when to conduct each of them. They all have a different purpose and place within any child care facility that many of us really could benefit from even in our own homes. How many of us just pick up a product on sale at the store and use it without even reading the instructions? I know I do. Things we often don't consider include the process in which we use these cleaning products, how they should be applied, which products are safe to use around children, and believe it or not, a bleach solution does work best, and the chemical reaction from mixing products and what it does to our air quality. Consider these as you move forward, especially when caring for young children who may come in contact from the floor or even tabletop surfaces, wherever these chemicals have been applied. Our discussion will be reflective of your readings, and I'm looking for why you think it's important to understand how illnesses, diseases are spread, and how a caregiver's role affects the student's later school success. You're also asked to list 5 things a program should remember about environmental health, and you have the freedom to think outside the box. However, please take into consideration air quality. And this week, you have an optional extra credit, or as I like to call them, incentive assignment. This is actually one of my favorite activities to share with families, as it allows me an opportunity to better understand where they come from and the culture they bring with them to our learning environment. We will use a public Google Class map to identify where we call home. Although I was born in Northern California and moved throughout the state my entire life, Oceanside is the place I call home. There are written instructions as well as a 3-minute video to help you navigate. You do need a Google account to add to the map. However, that doesn't mean you can't participate. I have designed this assignment as a discussion. So if you do not have a Google account, you may go ahead and create a discussion response. In order to receive the 5 points maximum, however, you do need to reply to 2 of your peers. And I'm sorry, partial credit is not an option. And this Thursday, from 6 to 7, will be our first official tea time via Zoom. Remember, this is optional, as I do understand your life is filled with responsibilities and expectations outside of this course. This week's announcement will show you how to access it using the ConferZoom feature in Canvas. It's a simple click of a button. And I will always have an agenda to avoid that uncomfortable silence, but please come with your questions. My initial goal is to provide information on how to use Zoom if you've never used it before, the syllabus, navigating our course, and our portfolio assignment. You'll have a variety of options when it comes to the portfolio, and I'm excited to share you a few of them. For those who cannot attend, I will hopefully remember to record. This time, we'll send it out via an announcement as soon as it becomes available. If you have any questions, please feel free to email them to me, and I will address it during the meeting. I look forward to seeing you there. And that pretty much concludes our second module on health. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to reach out. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in Canvas.